Hi friends, welcome back to Nessa's Nook. So this is now officially the 2024 garden for our house. It seems really nice. We did finally plant my green peppers that I had planted. We got the tomatoes on the fence line. I'll show you too. We had stopped to a greenhouse and we had picked up an extra flat of green peppers, and we did actually plant the strawberries, the radishes, and I don't know for sure what this first line is. The other three lines are not doing too well. If you look down this aisle here, these ones closest to the fence are going to be sunflowers, and then the next row is going to be candulas. I actually have some lettuce back there, but I'm going to be putting some in those 4 holes by this post. Right here on this post, let me see if I can make it further out. Right here on this post is going to be 14 snow pea pods. Now I have 2 rows of green beans. I had to replant some. Mark said he saw birds out here, and we don't know for sure if they just didn't take or did the birds snatch them up and eat them. We're not for sure. We've got the 3 rows of green peppers. I have probably close to 80 green pepper plants. Yes, I use a lot of them. I freeze them. I freeze dry them. I love them. And then, like I said, 14 here, the strawberries and such. Now, I don't know for sure if I showed you all this last week, but here we actually had planted a couple lavender, and we have to still get some more mulch for right here. But one thing we also did do is we got 4 lavender here, and we took the rocks that were in the triangle, which I'll also show you, and planted that. And no, and just in case you're wondering, no one is dead there. Long story short is my dad was a veteran. The Army did give him, or the Army whatever gave him the thing, but when my mom passed and we bought the bench, it looked really wonky the way that they wanted to have it. So what I have on here on the top is memory of my grandparents, my mom and dad, and my dad, and I'll show you up front I have an area for my mom. So right here, for these 3 panels right here, before you start to see the tomatoes, I had to replant all of the cucumbers. All right, so what we did, I don't know for sure if you can see the 3-foot fence that's here. This is what the green peppers and the tomatoes are going to grow up. And I tied up most all of them. Some of them are a little bit too short, so I was not able to actually do that. So we've got tomatoes going all the way down to the edge there. We were going to take it all the way across, but I have 41 tomato plants. I think that's enough. I have a lot of tomatoes from last year, and I'm going to be making obviously some canned from the Romas, and then I will be freeze drying some into slices and then making some tomato powder. So as you can see before, I don't want to get you guys too dizzy, I did get Mark mowed. I trimmed. We need to really still work on this area there. I have some flowers I need to put up there, and there's some behind the house I need to put up there, but we're wore out today. So this is all nice and trimmed. We have our little fire pit right there, and then this of course is the garden. I love it when the yard is nicely mowed and trimmed. There is just nothing quite like it, honestly. I did plant, this is one of the places we set, by the way, up there. These chairs here get moved all around underneath the tree for shade. I did plant 5 zucchini, and as you can tell, all my zucchinis are coming up. I think this is a potato here in the corner from last season. But as you can see, there's the orchard. I'll be walking up to a few of the trees here. Let me walk out this way. We did plant, well, I should probably tell you that too. Heinz planted some potatoes in these black buckets. So we're going to see whether or not they work better in the buckets or in the ground. As you can see, we have some sprouts coming up of some potatoes, which is super cool. Then our one peach tree, I don't know for sure what's wrong with it. We really need to get a hold of somebody who really knows about trees. Like this one whole part is like dead. You'll see some little peaches, but I don't think we're going to have so many peaches this year, or pears, or I'm not for sure if you can see the pears. This tree here doesn't have any pears on it, but there shouldn't be so many up there or on this tree that it's just too many. Then I think we have a couple on the trees over here, the small apple trees. Nothing's going on with a cherry tree. There are a few apples on the apple tree. Last year, we had so many apples, and this part actually broke off. And Mark strapped this back up, and so far the leaves are on it. Things are good, so it's going good. This was the area we had last year for the strawberries. Ouch, I'm walking barefooted. And we're just going to replant grass here. We have to put the solar lights back out. And this is our raspberries and blueberries and blackberries, I believe. We've got the 2 cherry trees right here. And I'm going to go ahead and walk over to the triangle. Now this tree here is a tree my coworkers gave me when my mom died in 2014. In the spring it has really pink pretty flowers, and they know I love pink. And I still have some irises alive over here. And there are some irises around the rose bush that my sister gave us. The irises are still growing here. We just put some black mulch down. And Alicia said, we need to get a butterfly bush. So we bought one for there. You can see the super small lavenders that we bought this year for it. But as you can see, the lavender are growing really nice. I want to fill in these areas. So this is actually more of a huge lavender pit. And this is my mom's memorial area, and we got a second butterfly bush, so when we're on the front porch we can do that. And then there's a rose bush here. It is supposed to be a yellow rose bush, but all of our rose bushes end up being red. So this is the front of my house, and as you can see, we've got lavender going up the walkway. There's 2 bleeding hearts up there. We have lavender all along here. There's a rose bush in the middle of both sides, and then lavender. And these are my hanging bushes. Of course, we got the flag. But as you can see over here, I probably have to zoom in a little bit. That is actually my lilac plants. Our tree did die that was right next to it, so that's just got to be yanked out. So you guys will all have to let me know what you think of everything and how do you think the garden's going. Do you have any suggestions of anything that we can go ahead and try? So thank you very, very much for stopping by. I hope you all have a very, very blessed and wonderful day.